Hey guys, it's me, 8144. So today, guys, we'll be doing our USA versus England combined 11. Now, because Matt's is going to actually go to the World Cup in person, I figured that it would be best to get the video up. And even though, I know the match is going to be happen obviously next Friday, so still, like I said, it's better to get it done late than ever. I mean, early than ever, right? So, like I said, the only reason we're doing so early is because Matt's going to be leaving soon, and we don't know if he's going to be able to, I don't know if he's be able to do this kind of stuff over there, So yeah, Matt. As you're an English fan, give us your thoughts on the general squad before we begin.
It's a good squad. Not happy with Tomori not being included, and I don't think Gallagher's good enough either. But most of the ones that I'd have expected to have been picked or left out are there. So I can't. I feel positive about it, but not exactly ecstatic. I can't hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you. I was about to say we're about to we're gonna have to redo this if that was the case, but thankfully it is all working well. But yeah, I think there's some favoritism with both managers, and yeah, I mean, I think we both can agree that these two managers aren't really perfect for our countries.
Yeah, not perfect, but I guess there could be worse options for England than Southgate.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and do manager. Let's do the manager. So, who do you think is a better manager? I mean,
I'd say Gareth. I'd say Gareth Southgate based on what he'd done in the last 3 years. I mean, Greg Berhalter, you could say him having won a Gold Cup with a second team and also the Nations League, but I guess nowadays Berhalter's messing up against worse opposition than who England are messing up against.
Yeah, and I mean, even though you guys haven't won a trophy under Southgate, I do believe that Southgate is a better manager because, you guys have done because criticize Southgate all you will. At least you guys are made of pretty far in competitions. Final of the Euros and semifinals of the World Cup 2018. Because before his arrival, you guys haven't really been in a I don't think you guys have made a semifinal of World Cup for some period. I think I think last time was 1994, 1997,
90,
90, yeah, 90
in Italy,
so, yeah. So I mean, it's been quite some time. So criticize Southgate all you will, but at least he's been the best manager you guys have had in quite some time.
And he was the first manager to take England to a Euros final and also win the opening game in a Euros, plus winning a first penalty shootout. So my general message would be for non-England fans is expect England to break down some form of barrier and achieve something that they haven't done before.
Yeah. So yeah, let me write those down for my sake. So manager, the gate is the nickname. Yeah, let's call him Gate to keep it short. But okay, anyways, let's go to the goalkeeper. So which goalkeeper you're picking? I mean, England number one's obviously Pickford, and for USA's Matt Turner. So it's a really interesting one.
You carry on. You hadn't finished.
Yeah. I mean, this is a really interesting one because for me, I might surprise you, but I'm actually going with Matt Turner on this one just because that while Pickford is very good, I don't think Pickford has been he hasn't really been the starter for you guys in some time, and he wasn't really the starter for the Nations League, and so I feel like he's not coming into this in the best form possible, if that makes any sense. So I am going to pick Matt Turner on this one, but it's very close. I mean, you can make argument for Pickford. I don't think there's an obvious answer for this one per se.
Yeah, I know it's fairly close between who I'm picking between Pickford or Turner. Although I will say that Pickford wasn't fit enough to play in the last campaign, and I'd say we tend to do better in goal with him compared to Nick Pope and especially Aaron Ramsdale after the errors he did against Hungary at home. I
Yeah.
think I would say from scratch, I would say Jordan Pickford.
Fair enough. Yeah. So I mean, I'll go with Manchester on this one just about, but you could go with any of the two. I just feel like we're probably not gonna have a lot of American players, so let's try to get let's try to see how maybe you know
I think I could probably get about maybe 4 or 5 in there, not including Matt Turner. But I suppose the goalkeeper we could come back to that.
yeah, maybe we should come back to this one, see what happens to make the positions balanced. Okay, right back. Let's go to right back. So we're gonna go from like right to left, I guess. So
Oh, this is one I'm not clear on. Serginho Dest's an obvious pick for USA.
oh yeah, 100%.
For England, you'd say Walker or Trippier, and I expect Trippier is going to be starting. This is one that I'm not fully sure on. I'd probably be picking Trippier or Walker if he was fit, but the upside for the USA is that Dest is clearly the best right back that they've got. This is one of the ones that I didn't have any set down. So so if I was doing this, I'd probably be picking that right back option last, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, sorry to interrupt. I forgot to ask you this. What formation should we go with? Because USA they go with a 4-3-3. As for England, I think you guys play a 3-4-3 if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I was thinking of doing 4-3-3. So yeah,
Okay.
we can stick with that.
All right. Yeah, I mean, for the right, and then obviously there's also Trent, but I don't imagine he's gonna be starting much for England. Like, he probably isn't gonna play much unless there's unless like Trippier gets a big injury, you know. But yeah,
Perhaps.
so yeah, I mean, we can come back to we can get back to this position if you want later.
Centre back, there's one standout, and that's John Stones.
Oh yeah, John Stones, 100%. He needs to start. He needs to start. Like, he's been amazing for Man City. He's been amazing for you guys. And yeah, I think Stones is pretty underrated. I think Stones is actually pretty underrated, to be honest. I think people should talk about him more, honestly. So
And the other centre back, I think we can discard Aaron Long completely.
yeah, Maguire as well, right?
Hmm. I'd keep Maguire in the running, considering the other options.
Okay, actually, let me talk from the USA. Who I am. So let's take the ones out of consideration. Then I'll let you speak for England. So USA, I'm taking Aaron Long. Obviously, no chance, no chance. Like, okay. Now we have Tim Ream, Cameron Carter-Vickers, and Zimmerman. It's a tough one. I do think Tim Ream is probably better than Zimmerman just because Tim Ream plays in EPL. Obviously, Zimmerman plays in MLS, so I don't think I'll put Zimmerman in this consideration. And Cameron Carter-Vickers, while I do think he's good, I think he's a bit inexperienced. He's pretty young playing at Celtic, so I think I'd say Tim Ream is probably the best center back the USA's got, which is actually pretty sad because he's really old. So, yeah.
I think this is the other position where I wasn't necessarily confident on who I would pick in that other position, because I think Harry Maguire would get above at least half of the centre backs picked. I wouldn't pick Cody Dyer. I could now that I think about it, I could possibly pick Ben White, but this along with the right back position is one that I'm not sure who I would put alongside John Stones, who I would definitely have in here.
You could also even put Walker as well, because Walker plays as centre back for England.
Yeah, but he doesn't play in centre back in a back four.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's difficult. And then obviously Ben White, I think he's playing more as a right back this season because Tomiyasu with injury, I think so. If I'm not mistaken, Arsenal.
I mean, he is, but his natural position is centre back.
Yeah, so this is a tricky one, man, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but we might have to pick Maguire in this one, because as good as we might actually have to pick Maguire, which is actually kind of sad. So, yeah, I mean, do you disagree with me?
Not really. I think of what's available, maybe Ben White might be better, but I don't know. But I am confident on who the left back should be.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to put Maguire, just because as good as Tim Ream is, man, he's I don't think he's just. I just think his age is really the issue, and his lack of pace, I think, is going to really worry. And I personally wouldn't start him. So yeah, I guess we're going with Maguire.
Ben White.
Ben White. The problem with Ben White is that I don't think he's played enough for England, and I don't think he's really been a main guy. He's been kind of a reserves kind of player.
He last played in March in one of the friendlies.
Yeah, so let's be real. He's probably not going to even start in the World Cup. We know for a fact Maguire will start. So yeah, unfortunately, we're going to take Maguire. Oh man. Okay, so left back. What do you have for the left back?
Oh, this is an easy one. Anthony Robinson.
Anthony Robinson. Glad we agreed on one. Anthony Robinson, because I'm looking at England left backs. You have as Chilwell. Wait, Chilwell's out, right?
Yeah, he's not available to be in the squad.
So it's who's the left backs for England then? Is it just Shaw?
I think it's just Shaw, and they might put Trippier on that left-hand side, or maybe one of the other fullbacks there. But there's no other out-and-out left back there.
Yeah, it's kind of the same with us with the USA, is that we only have one natural left back. Like we don't have any other left backs. I mean, Dest could also play as a left back, but obviously his best position is right back. So yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think Anthony Robinson's the best choice, because Luke Shaw. My problem with Luke Shaw is that he's a very on and off player, and I just don't think he's really been that consistent. I don't think he's been consistent. Even United fans would probably agree with you this. Even though he's been good for them in the last couple of games, I still think Malacia is better than him at United. So, yeah.
This would be the from the at least for the USA, left back would be the least contested, least doubt in my mind that he should be there.
Yeah. Now let me just say this right now: if our left back gets injured, we're really screwed. And I guess the same for you guys too.
Yeah.
Okay. CDM. Actually, let's go to CMs, because we're going right to left, right? So,
well, I've got three in mind, and from right to left, Jude Bellingham, Weston McKennie, Phil Foden.
Yeah. Well, remember, are we not going to have a CDM?
Well, I mean, it is set out with three centre midfielders, and I think McKennie or even Bellingham can play in a CDM.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is that actually, let's talk about midfield first, and we'll talk about CDM. So let's just get the midfield out of the way. So I mean, I think I agree with you. McKennie should start. McKennie is USA's best midfielder, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, Aronson is good, but I feel like McKennie's just better. So I would put McKennie, personally speaking. And I do agree with you that Jude Bellingham should start. He's a fantastic player. So, yeah. Now for the CDM, man. So who are we going to have here? Because We have obviously for USA we have Kellen Acosta and Tyler Adams. These are the two, and I believe for you guys is it Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice? I think.
Yeah, I think if we went for the defensive midfield option, it would be between Rice and Adams.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm personally picking Rice. Adams for me is good, but like he's very on and off. I feel like some games he plays really well, other some games I feel like he plays really bad. And I feel like Declan Rice has been generally been pretty good for West Ham. And I just feel like he's been great for England. So I'm gonna pick Declan Rice personally on this one. Yeah, what would you?
Yeah, I'd well, out of that system, yes, I would pick Declan Rice.
Yeah. Yeah, remember how you earlier you were telling me like McKennie, Bellingham? I don't think McKennie is great as a CDM. I don't think that's his best position. And I think that's the same for Bellingham. I think you're just wasting their potential. And if you want to get the best out of them, I think you need to play them CM. They probably could play as a CDM, as you mentioned, but if you want to get the best, I don't think you could play them too there. So I think that's a good midfield. Would you say so, Matt?
It is, although I do. I mean, we can certainly come back to it, but I think I like the three-man midfield option with Foden on that left. But we can come back to that.
Oh yeah,
definitely. And after you introduce Usyk, I do have a front three in mind.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the front three, man. Let's start with the striker. Actually, let's start with the right winger.
Giovanni Reina.
Giovanni Reina. Ooh. Who is the England's counterpart?
I suppose Saka or Sterling.
Yeah, I mean Sterling, man. To be fair, he's been good for England.
I think he features more on the left, but
yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then the other options you have are like Rashford, I think, who I think is more. And then you have obviously let's see who else. I'm trying to think of some other players at the top of my head. Is that really it for the wingers?
Well, as far as players that could play on either side, you could Grealish is one of them.
Oh, Grealish, I forgot about him. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah.
But I think I would have Giovanni Reina on that right side, seeing he is one of the best USA players.
Oh yeah,
out there.
Yeah, and the other options you have are Yunus Musa. I mean, I like Musa and all, but I don't think he's really suited at the right wing. And then we also have who else?
Wasn't it? And if he plays, isn't it going to be in a midfield three?
Yeah, I think he's going to play in a midfield three. And then, oh yeah, I forgot about Timothy Weah. I really like Timothy Weah. I love Timothy Weah. I think he's a very underrated player. But I think Gio is slightly better. Like if we're going just by purely on talent, he's better. And so, yeah, I think Gio is better. And I'm hoping that Gio stays fit, man, because, man, I don't want Gio injured, man. He's been going through so many injuries, man. It's been painful. So hopefully he starts. But yeah, I do agree with you. I think Gio Reyna should be the right wing. Okay, wait, is it coming up here? Giovanni Reina. Okay, striker. I mean, this is obvious.
Harry Kane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, USA fans. We cannot have any striker. I mean, sorry. We cannot put Sargent. You cannot put Ferreira. You cannot put Hadji, right? None of them come close. Okay.
And even the best options aren't even in the running.
Yeah, they're not even in the roster, Pepe. So.
And even then, you wouldn't expect them to be selected over Harry Kane.
Yeah. At the left wing, man, left wing.
Captain America, Christian Pulisic.
Ooh, Captain America. I'm surprised you actually picked him, to be honest. Because I'm looking at England.
Well, I had that front three in mind. I mean, you could put Raheem Sterling there, and a number of others like Grealish, Foden.
Yeah, Foden. Foden can also play left wing too. I just remembered he can play as a winger. I think personally, I'm going to go with Sterling on this one because it's between Sterling and Pulisic for me. And the reason why I say Sterling because he performed really well for you guys in the Euros. And that's pretty much the main reason I have him here is because he's been good for England. Whereas Pulisic, don't get me wrong, he's been good too, but I don't think Pulisic's been that great for the USA. I feel like he's not really been that amazing for us. Whereas, Sterling, on the other hand, he pretty much made you guys get into the final. Like without his presence.
I mean, he got us to the knockout rounds, and I'd
Okay.
say he scored against.
Yeah.
He scored. He also scored against Germany.
Yeah. And yeah, and then I know it's not. I know it's an own goal at the end of the day, but you could say he had a huge contributor against Denmark as well.
Oh yes, yes. I was trying to remember whether it was Saka or Sterling that was a
I think it was.
response.
Yeah, I
Well,
think it was Sterling.
got the assist at least. I know. I think what I'd do is I'd have Desktop at right back, Pulisic on the left. Um,
Yeah. I mean, would you be mad if we put Sterling?
Not particularly. No.
Yeah, I mean, it's close, but I think Sterling's been better. I mean, Pulisic, I just feel like he's. I'm not trying to say he's a bad player, but I just don't think he's been like I just don't think he's been as good as I just think he's been underwhelming for the USA in particular, to be honest. I just don't think he's been that amazing for the US. So, you know, um, but you can definitely put you can put Pulisic in your 11, but for me personally, let's put Sterling.
All right then.
Yeah. Okay, and then
I
right
think
back.
let's get Serginho Dest in there.
Yeah. Oh, you're not gonna put Trippier? They're gonna put Trippier.
If you're going for a combined 11, then I suppose Dest might be the easier option, especially if there's going to be more England players.
Yeah. Actually, let me see how many American players we got. We have one, two. Yeah.
3.
Yeah, three. Yeah. You know what? I might. Yeah. This is a tricky one because I'll be honest with you guys. Trippier. I mean, what? Other than set pieces, what else is Trippier really that great at?
I
So,
mean, he got the assist in the Euro 2020 final against
oh yeah,
Italy.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I guess it's tricky.
Obviously, he has the stamina when playing on the right wing back.
Yeah.
Um, Best,
You
I'd
know.
probably say Trippier, but combined 11, Dest might be the most suitable.
Oh, I just realized something. We're having this is a right back. This is a right wing back, and so I don't think Trippier plays a right back.
He did for Atletico Madrid
Oh yeah,
and for
yeah,
Tottenham
yeah.
and,
So
and, and for Newcastle as well.
oh, you know what? I might go with Trippier to be honest, because I feel like Dest is like defensively. I still think he's a bit suspicious, and I don't think defensively he's that good. So whereas Trippier is really good at dead ball situations. So I think I'll put Trippier personally on this one.
Well, I suppose that's got to mean that Matt Turner goes in goal.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we could put Matt Turner. We could put Nick. We could put yeah. So yeah, this is my combined 11. Obviously for you, you would have Pulisic, and then you have Dest, and then was it Pickford, right?
Yeah, I'd have Pickford in goal. I think I'd have Pulisic on the left, and then I'd take out Rice, make it 3 centre midfielders, and have Foden on the left.
Okay. Then and right back you have
Um,
Dest, right?
how many? I'll look at. I think that would leave me with one. Well, without Dest, it would leave me with 4 American players.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um, I could go either way on that.
yeah. So this is my combined 11. Obviously, like I said, this is very debatable. When you guys coming up with your combined 11s, like I said, so let's go ahead and do a complete count of how many players we got. So for English players, I have Kane, Sterling, Bellingham, Rice. So that's 4, and then I have Stones, Maguire. That's 6, and then Trippier for 7, and then I have manager Southgate, so 8. So we have 4 American players, that being Reina, McKennie, and Robinson and Turner. And I think that's a good amount, 8-4. Obviously, I think it's a reasonable 11. I think. So we have a good balance of England and Americans. Obviously, there's more England because obviously they're a better football nation than the USA. But we got a decent amount of American players in there. So as I said, thank you, Matt, for joining today. Do appreciate your time. Remember, guys, to check out his channel. He did the English squad video on his channel. I think he also did USA squad as well and the Wales squad. So check his channel out.
Yes.
And
I'm looking. The Iran squad's come out today.
I think that's already out. Yeah, it's already.
Yeah, it is. But I'm thinking I might want to have an Iranian guest on to help me out there.
Oh yeah. And remember, guys, tomorrow we'll be looking at all the World Cup squads. I decided to wait until tomorrow so we can look at every single one instead of doing like 32 videos. That's too much. So, just look at everyone at once. So, save the time and effort. So that'll be at 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So as I said, thank you, Matt, for joining. And like I said, make sure you guys comment down below your Combine 11s. If you made it all the way this far, consider subscribing to the channel. Like this video to enjoy. And comment down below what's your early score predictions for USA England. Your early score predictions. All right. So thank you guys for watching.
I've got an early score prediction.
Okay, give it. Yeah, I won't give my prediction yet. I'll save it for next week.
Or should I say mine for next week?
It's up to you.
Maybe not.
All right. Okay. So yeah, make sure you guys like this video if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're not here. Comment down below your thoughts. Comment section below. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.